My name is Zia, and this is Chasing the Moon RV. This is my sidekick, Charlie. Charlie. And as you can tell, I'm not in my van. Where I am today, it is 38 degrees. It's supposed to go up to 40 in the next couple of days. So even though we're in the Maritimes, we have not beat the heat and humidity. It is brutal back here. So I picked a good year, didn't I, to do this. The first thing I want to say about the Maritimes is that everything I've heard about the people, so far anyway, is absolutely true. They are so welcoming, so generous, so trusting. This house that I'm in right now, I had never met the woman before. She was a friend of a friend. And she heard I was coming to town, and even though she wasn't going to be home, she said, "Tell Zia I've left a key in the mailbox. I've changed the sheets on my bed. She can have a shower." I'm blown away. I've had people invite me into their home. One couple, I'd met the lady twice before, never met her husband. They had Charlie and myself there for 2 days, so welcoming. And two people that were there at the time I was there found out I was going to Sussex, and they lived in Sussex, and said, "Well, we're going to be up here at the cottage, so why don't you go and stay in our driveway for a couple of nights?" It's been unbelievable. I absolutely love that. Nothing seems to be too much trouble for any of these people. And it's such a confirmation that most people are good. We hear so much bad news, but honestly, people help, especially when they know that somebody may be suffering, like Charlie and myself in a tin can in extraordinary heat. So I have to say a great big thank you to all of those people. Another lady, although I didn't stay with her, took me on a big sightseeing tour, spent the afternoon with me, and I'd never met her before either. Wonderful, wonderful people. As for New Brunswick itself, it's lovely. It really is. I've had some magical moments here. As my girlfriend says, I should call them firefly moments, because that time that I saw the fireflies was just amazing. Well, the day that I saw my first 3 covered bridges, I was so filled with joy. I was driving along the highway almost in tears. It was overwhelming. It was exactly the kind of thing I was hoping for. And several days in a row, I just almost burst into happy, joyful tears. It was my dream coming true. I'm loving it here. I spent an afternoon at a place called St. Martin's, where there are sea caves. And I actually ended up spending the night on the beach there. Well, not literally on the beach, in the van on the edge of the beach, hearing the waves rolling in. And I looked out of my window at one point, and the stars in the sky. It was the first time in my life that I've seen the Milky Way. And again, I almost started crying. Magical, magical sky that night. So many bright stars, and I think I saw a planet too, which my sister told me was probably Venus. It's been amazing. I've seen some things like the reversing falls in St. John. Still fascinating. And old building. St. John's is the oldest incorporated city in Canada. And I never get tired of looking at those old buildings and wondering who lived there and who walked down those streets and what was it like back then. I drove partway along the Fundy Trail That was very picturesque, very rural. Taken a couple of little cable ferries to the Kingston Peninsula. Yeah, so I worked my way around and came back to Fredericton to finally get Charlie groomed. I've been trying to do that since we were in the prairies, and I had to wait 2 weeks, but I decided to take an appointment and just come back to a place I'd already been in order to get that done. So he's groomed as of today. Hopefully that's going to help him a lot. Where am I off to next? I really have no idea. I really don't. I wake up in the morning and I go, what do I feel like driving today? An hour, 2 hours, 4 hours? And I often now look at the weather and see what the temperature is going to be like. Then I make the decision that day, and I often don't even know where I'm going to stay. So that's part of the fun of this, is the spontaneity and the kind of throwing it all out to chance. It's exciting. I'm really happy to be here. I can't wait to see some of the other provinces. Not sure whether I'm going to go to PEI next. Probably.
You guys want to be in a YouTube video?
Of course.
Okay.
Hi, Ian.
I'll put on my sunglasses.
These are my saviors. My wonderful hosts, Robert and Teresa. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
This
It's
is-
been a pleasure.
This is their stunning, magical property on lake,
Wash them all.
and more family on this side. Hello, family.
hi.
This is the first covered bridge I've ever seen. It's called Salmon Covered Bridge. We're on our way to the St. Martin's Sea Caves. plan today was to do some sightseeing of the old part of St. John, but also to go to the Irving Nature Park, which is through some salt marshes. But as you can see, we are socked in with fog. Today is August 1st, which would be BC Day for all my family and myself, and is New Brunswick Day. I'm at a place known as the Reversing Falls or Reversing Rapids in St. John, New Brunswick. And what happens here, I can't film the whole thing because it takes 12 hours, depends on the tides. But the highest tides in the world are here in St. John. They're 40-foot tides. And as the river flows down into the bay, the tide starts to come in, and it reaches a point where I think they call it swamp tide, where everything is completely still. And then the water from the bay rises higher than the water in the river, and the water starts running back upstream again. I would love to see the whole thing, but this is all we're going to get, flowing out to the bay. Unfortunately, we just missed the cable ferry. It's a beautiful spot. So very pretty. I think we're just going to hang out here until the ferry comes back. If he can travel on that little ferry, I suppose I can too, so. Here we go. Whoa, it's steep. Another covered bridge. Gotta make a wish. Mickish Inlet Bayswater. You've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, a like. Hit the subscribe button, please. That would be wonderful. And hit the bell if you want to be notified when the next video is coming out. As always, I'm so grateful for any of you that are here. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a wonderful day. and I'll say bye-bye for now.